in terms of the way of contribution mainly consists of two parts. One is code contribution and non-code contribution. For code contribution, that good first issue is actually, according to my understanding, this is a good starting point for the first contribution. For those who are interested, please refer to issue 3018 or 2828. For those who participate in community contribution for the first time, first of all, you need to pay attention to good first issue. Is that it is relatively simple for newcomers. This friendly issue will be labeled with this. You can search it more easily through GitHub. You use good first issue, you can familiarize yourself with the whole process. That is, what is the process of open source contribution? For example, first to fork a project and then submit your own changes, wait for this progressive being submitted, maybe the community will give you some suggestions after seeing this PR. Tell you how to correct or optimize it. They'll leave a message below. That's until when your PR is merged in, you are equivalent to completing a complete build process. The second part is subscribing to community mail. Possibly through the first part of the good first issue, after you are familiar with the whole PR submission process or contribution process, you can just subscribe to community mail to understand the dynamics of the community. For example, what functions are the community currently doing, what is the subsequent iteration, then combine with one's own actual situation in the later stage. Are you interested in a certain function, and then participate in this contribution? Then the third part is to get familiar with the use of Git. This is actually more important that it is equivalent to one's own personal skill. First, you may use Git clones or Git pull more commonly. Rebase may be better than Git is easier to use. Is that it does not generate new commit records. The fourth part is to familiarize yourself with the collaboration process of GitHub. Because the project, was developed by many people in collaboration. The whole mode of action may be summarized as follows. For example, first of all, fork Apache ctunnel this project. It could be probably under the Apache space, then at this time fork this project under your own GitHub space. And then make modifications, then submit a pull request, and then, when you submit a pull request, be aware of the issue that needs to be associated with you. A specific issue. So at the time of submission, if we have a lot of changes and your target branch may have many new submissions, at this time you may need merge. The fifth part is source code compilation. Source code compilation is actually very important, is that you compile through this local source code. It can be proved that you added your own code to this project. This code is compiled before submitting the PR. Do a preliminary test. Then there is another point, because this source code may take a long time to compile. You can do it in a multi-threaded way. This is the acceleration of compilation. The sixth point is some work related to compile checking. For example, license header, or code style, or the document style. These styles may be checked during compilation. Suppose to say, if you fail to compile, in fact, your CI can't pass. Fortunately, IDA provides many plugins. For example, the community may have shared it before. For example, it is possible that the license header can be used in the IDA inside to add templates, then use the IDA plugins can help you check code specifications and so on. Then the seventh part is to add the complete E2E, which can ensure that you are before the pull request your E2E passed. You can test through E2E whether the functions you added are perfect. You can also reduce a cost of community review. At the same time, it can also improve the efficiency of your contribution PR. For non-code contributions, you can choose, for example, participate in the meetup of this community. Share some of your practices. Or share some of your technical articles and so on, articles related to project technology or anything related to practice.